What if all the overthinking you did that you've been beating yourself up for simply isn't your fault? It's a trauma response. Here's how to rewire this subconsciously. Why do spiritual people overthink? And it's not just you. So, first of all, overthinking is a trauma response disguised as awareness. Your nervous system is hardwired to be hypervigilant. I know this was the case for me growing up with a mother who was likely undiagnosed borderline personality disorder. I always had to read the room for survival. First and foremost, maybe the same is the case for you, or maybe this is something that really developed more later on by like either having a really stressful job or a stressful family situation, a health problem. And I don't know what that is for you, but it really doesn't matter because it is damaging you now, right? It's holding you back. What's important to know is that at some point, your brain made the conclusion that, okay, if I overanalyze enough, I'll be safe. That will keep me safe. And now that very same mechanism that fires when you're deciding between staying in a safe job or going towards your soul's purpose, that is the same mechanism. Your subconscious has found a link between overthinking and overanalyzing and safety. That is what you're going to want to identify and figure out where is that for you and rewire that link in your subconscious to something that is more life-giving for you now. And you have to get down to the subconscious level, the root of it, the deepest root to actually heal it. The next thing I want to talk about is your overthinking is often resistance in disguise. The ego loves to use even spirituality as something to hijack it with, to hijack you into thinking, oh, I'm just waiting for a sign, and then it will be time for me to leave this crummy situation and finally live to my soul's purpose. But you notice how you've been doing that, waiting for that sign for the last 5 years. Or you think that you need to do more healing or more this, more that, or take this program, get this certification, then you'll be ready. But what's actually happening here is in reality, your ego is trying to protect you and keep you safe from failure, but then you never make any progress. So ultimately, it's making you fail, and it's not your fault. The next thing that I see happening a lot with intuitive people and empaths, especially highly sensitive people, is that they pick up on the most subtle energies, energies that are not even theirs or are just in their vicinity, but then they take on that energy, that frequency, they take ownership of those energies, or they're letting those energies distort their own field by taking responsibility for it. Like in my case, I used to do this growing up because growing up, my safety depended on my mother, who was undiagnosed borderline, most likely. It depended on whether she was happy or if she was in a good emotional state because I never knew what was going to happen if something set her off. So I was always in this state of hypervigilance, and I felt everything, like every little painstaking thing. Stay with me because I'm going to tell you exactly how to start healing this today, now. So, the next thing I want to talk about is the dark night of the soul feedback loop. So, you're asking, what is that, right? What is the black or dark night of the soul feedback loop? Anytime you are making a change in life, anytime you're jumping from point A to point B, you're going to pull up all of the old repressed material in your subconscious that was in between point A and point B. So everything that's been under the surface in between point A and point B for years, everything in the universe, there's a level of chaos that happens. It has to rearrange all of the energy and everything before it can turn into a higher level of order. So I would see happening a lot with clients that were highly intuitive or highly sensitive is that they are growing, but that growth feels to them like chaos because, yes, you have to face everything. You have to face your limiting beliefs. You have to face your shadow in order to have that growth and expansion and get to the next level. And there is a period that comes with that of high discomfort. This is what you have been protecting yourself from feeling your entire life for years. But this is also what has been holding you back. So I have a hypnotic technique now for you to start using right away. As soon as you identify one of these self sabotaging thoughts or thinking that you need to overanalyze something or overthink something, interrupt that immediately by just telling yourself, nope, my soul already has this. My soul already knows. I don't need to overthink this. My soul already knows. And your soul does already know. Your soul is already taking you towards your highest timeline. You have to get out of the way. Always remember that overthinking lives in your head. Your soul's experience lives in your body. So keep bringing yourself into your body fully. Focus on moving that energy first and foremost. Whatever you need to do to move that energy, whether that's going to the bathroom and having a crazy dance party for 5 minutes, or walking directly out the door and walking around the block, telling yourself, my soul has already got this. My soul already knows I don't have to figure this out with my head. And then you do something to literally move that energy physically out of your energy field. So I wonder if you could start asking yourself whenever you notice these coming in and start really committing to observing that every single time. Don't let one of them slip by consciously without you interrupting that. Yeah, none of us are perfect. Of course, you're going to have those times where some of these slip by, but as you're learning, but you're building new neural pathways. And every time you notice, commit to yourself that you will investigate it, that you will not automatically take those thoughts in your head as truth and do something to physically interrupt that energy and that old thought, and then replace it with my soul already knows. My soul already knows. My soul is already there. You will start questioning, where did this even come from? Like, whose voice is that? That was my mom, or that was a mean teacher I had in third grade, or what have you. Tap into your higher self and channel your higher self. And is this something that your higher self believes to be true? When those BS limiting stories come in, ask your higher self, is that even true? And whose voice is that really? Remember that anything that comes from the mental thinking mind is always going to feel as if it has some degree of heaviness to it. A soul truth, on the other hand, is always going to feel ultralight in the body, expansive. Even if that comes with a little bit of fear, it's going to feel expansive. It's going to feel exciting. You're going to feel electric and energized from it. So if you need a little more help with this, I would love to help you identify your number one subconscious block. And I offer a free gateway call where I help you identify that number one block and I help you find solutions to deal with that. It's no pressure, it's no obligation. So head on over to my website at dgtwellness.com and get that all set up. It's under the sessions tab. And I will also drop the link to book that down below. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the video, click the little bell, and make sure that you are subscribed for more videos coming out. This really helps our channel and it helps get this stuff out to more people, more souls. And I have some really good shit coming up in the next couple weeks that's going to be pretty sweet. So definitely you don't want to miss that and stay posted. So much love to you and share this video with someone who really struggles with this. Be the friend you always wish you had. So much love to you, and I am thinking lots of good, amazing, happy thoughts for you on my end and healing thoughts. Talk soon. Bye.